Hello everyone, today I will present my research on Canberra's energy system and introduce a redesigned renewable energy plan that addresses its current eliminations and builds a more self-sufficient renewable energy future. Canberra is located inland in southeastern Australia at an elevation of about 564 meters above sea level. The region has a temperate climate with cold winters and warm summers, and it receives approximately 2,500 to 300 hours of sunlight per year, making it highly suitable for solar energy production. In addition, Canberra is surrounded by elevated hill regions that experience consistent wind patterns, offering strong potential for wind power development. As of 2023, Canberra consumes a total of 2,771,000 megawatt-hour of electricity annually. However, only 252,024 megawatts-hour is generated locally, and it comes entirely from solar power generated by facilities such as Varela Solar Farm, Muga Lane Solar Park, Williamsdale Solar Farm, and Majura Solar Farm. Because more than 90% of Canberra's electricity is imported from the National Electricity Market, NEM, the region depends heavily on external suppliers and lacks energy independence. The current system is vulnerable because local energy production covers only a small portion of total demand, and there is no diversity in renewable energy sources. Canberra relies heavily on external infrastructure to maintain energy supply. To design a more effective renewable system, imagine completely removing Canberra's existing energy infrastructure and rebuilding it from the ground up. This allows an optimized plan that prioritizes balanced renewable generation, efficient distribution, and scalable capacity for future growth. This is my proposed new energy plan. For solar power, the redesigned plans includes installing 3 large-scale solar farm zones located in outer regions of the city, away from high population centers. The West Solar Zone have high elevation plains with minimal shading, and is located away from the residential expansion corridors. The Southeast Solar Zone is an extension of Varela region with proven solar irradiance performance. Lastly, Northeast Solar Zone is strategically located near major transmission corridors. Proximity to existing transmission infrastructure reduces grid integration costs. This configuration enables efficient land use, balanced grid distribution, and strong generation reliability. For wind power, although Canberra currently has no wind turbines, the elevated hill regions in the east and west experience strong and consistent wind speeds. West wind zones utilizes consistent westerly winds along the Bernadilla Ranges, ideal for high-capacity turbines. An east wind zone capitalizes on elevated terrain near Cowan Forest, and it complements solar output with evening generation. Installing wind farms in these locations provides complementary generation capability and reduces dependency on solar-only output. Lastly, for hydroelectric power, the existing dam infrastructure can be upgraded into a small to medium-scale hydroelectric facility. We can implement pumped hydro energy storage, HPES, to act as a water battery for excess solar. While it may not supply large volumes, it adds stability and emergency reserve capacity, especially when combined with battery storage systems. If implemented, the redesigned system could significantly increase local electricity production beyond the current solar-only output. Estimated annual generation potential are solar 300,000 to 400,000 megawatt-hour per year, wind 80,000 to 120,000 megawatt-hour per year, hydroelectric 10,000 to 20,000 megawatts per year. Total additional renewable potential is approximately at 3,900,000 to 540,000 megawatt-hour per year. This represents a 55 to 115% increase in local production compared to the current level and meaningfully reduces dependency on imported electricity. The benefits of these is major reduction in external electricity imports, increased reliability and resilience of the energy grid, lower long-term carbon emission and support for sustainability targets, job creation in construction, engineering, and system maintenance, supports future population and demand growth within Canberra. And challenges are, it requires sustainable initial funding and phased multi-year development. Grid expansion and regulatory approvals are necessary. And lastly, requires integration planning to avoid environmental and community disruption. In conclusion, Canberra currently produces only a small amount of its total electricity needs and relies heavily on imported power from surrounding regions. By integrating large-scale solar, wind, and hydroelectricity system across this outer region, Canberra can transition from dependence to renewable self-sufficiency, supporting environmental responsibility, economic opportunity, and long-term energy stability. Thank you for listening, and these are my sources.